So we left off from the last time with all the diodes soldered. So I got my multimeter earlier actually and went ahead and tested each one, basically touching and then switching it, seeing if it's conducting or not. But yeah, I also played around a bit more with the audio stuff. Yeah, I think I've realized that I was just always 100% audio, which isn't really the usual for most normal people. So I kind of boosted my mic and all that. Hopefully this is fine. Now I'll have to check somehow if it's actually good. Yeah. So today it will be the key sockets. So it's these things. So now it's a different soldering technique again, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there is a manual, so it should be fine. Yeah, I tried looking for these things too. It's these parts. It's supposed to be low profile ones, or not necessarily, but I really don't know. I'll start from this side and work my way towards this as the last one, because these are like the thumb ones. It would be something like this and wouldn't really be part of the normal keyboard. This, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'll do those first and then figure out if there are low profile ones. So hopefully I don't have to break out the flux or the copper mesh thing. These should be fine. At least it's big and not really something that could get lost, but I'll still put it here. So yeah, as I mentioned, I was playing around with OBS, trying to, and yeah, now I have this. So just to show what I'm looking at, right, this is the manual. So basically, I think I showed it yesterday, that this should fit like this with no issues. That And it would look like these terminals. I guess that's where the... Oh, I'm not sure. It probably doesn't show, but it's probably what it looks like for the Cherry MX switches, maybe? Anyway, that's how it'll be. But, so yeah, this is the one that I mean. It has to have low profile sockets to the thumb keys. Like this, these ones. Oh, I see. It looks different. Do I have those though? So these are all my stuff. Oh, this looks like low profile caps. Yeah, this matches the way it looks. But these ones, no, it's the normal ones. So these are just, I only have 5. Yeah, I guess there's just total 5 keys. So, okay, good. So as long as it fits, right? So, yeah. Yeah, the silk screen has like a good outline for, what do they call it again? Key socket. The key sockets. So these are the LEDs. These are optional, and yeah, I don't think I need to do that right now, but so the manual recommends adding the LEDs to the pad to the right. Oh no. The orientation of how they had put it is different. So, oh no. This is bad. How does it look like? So it should fit like this. So it's saying I should put some solder on it already on one side, and then, but see, the orientation of this is different too. Okay, let's go to like the number 21. 21 is this one. And it's different. I guess he's doing the other one first. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out first before we start soldering. Okay. Where's my Just trying to get my scissors to dispose of this extra length of diodes. I'm just grabbing the other board. Does it have 21 too? Yeah. But this is 21. This is 21. Okay. Yep. Yeah, he started with, or they had started with this side, the left side. And okay, they had this one first and then added it like this. And then, okay. But then you don't have solder on the left side. I'm actually a bit worried, right? Like, you have like fat solders everywhere. But I don't. Could try to minimize the soldering amount. But anyway, yeah. Okay, let me try one first. This one. Put this away. So, start with the left one. And there's like 60 plus to go, so getting it right the first time will help the other 60 times. Yeah. Really didn't expect to be soldering this much, but okay. It says to okay, my cables are getting in the way. Excuse me. So put some solder on this side first. It's like a lot. It's a big pad, so might as well. Bit more. Okay. Okay. It said to put it like this. And then heat it from the side. Yeah. Heat it from the side of the terminal. While pushing it down with the tweezers. Okay, kind of. Okay. But now, the other side is different. Like, see, no, it's there, but yeah, maybe I should be applying it to both sides. Is that what it means? Yeah, like I don't know what to do now. Yeah, I'll apply it to both sides, I think. Yeah. Okay. If that's how it goes, then it's a lot easier, right? And the pad is a lot bigger. Yep. You can definitely feel when it sinks. Yep. So the problem is maybe I'm skipping steps. Doesn't seem to be, right? Alright. So I'll be doing that how many times? 63 times. 2 down, 61 to go. But I think it'll be a lot easier. Pads are bigger. And yeah, that technique of, like, why didn't we do that in the first place, even for the diodes? Maybe I'm the stupid and I didn't fall. Anyway, that's what I'll do for this one. Let's be a bit more generous with the soldering, the solder material. Yeah, in the manual, they show like a lot, like they had put a lot of it. Hopefully the volume is a lot better now. This is smoking quite a bit. I don't know why. Maybe because there's a lot of solder material I'm putting. But yeah, this is a bit concerning. So I was looking at the LEDs. I mean, I can get some, but yeah, I'll show it later. But the manual does say that they will recommend, or maybe it was shown earlier, but they recommend completing one first. And then if I feel comfortable doing it, then that's when I should do the LEDs. I guess it's not an issue. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I mean, I have a lot of dead air, so I have a lot of dead air, so the music is important. Yeah, today was mostly figuring out OBS, really. I guess some people get it faster than most, but I've never used anything like it. Interface is pretty intuitive, I think. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Like, I don't want to color over the lines. That kind of thinking. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect for sure. It just has to be working. And I don't know what will break it. I mean, for sure the contacts touch, it's gonna break it. That's the only thing I really know. Hmm. So maybe it's not as obvious, but there's a bulge in my mat. I really should fix that up. See. Well, I tried fixing it before, but it does come back after a while. Forgot what to cause humidity and heat, basically. But I use my laptop on top of it, so that's where that probably comes from. The heat warps the desk mat I have. I had thought of buying a new one, but I wouldn't know what to do with this one. You know, it's not broken or anything. It's still usable. Just have to be careful when I use it for like leather work. I don't use the lines here for the cutting anyway. Just use it to protect my desk. I think I can go a bit faster. Oh yeah, I think I missed some when I was testing it. I think I missed some of the diodes. Might have been on the other board. But yeah, I'll do that later. Yeah, put some on the low profile stuff. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I can show later, but if you look at the manual and the pictures there, they were very generous with their flux. But then it is a manual, so maybe they were just demonstrating and taking pictures multiple times. So right now I'm wearing like the normal face mask, but maybe I should be wearing like a better one. The smell is going through. Okay, let's try this now. If this works fine. It should. Yeah, this. Let me get another mat. Then would it matter? No, it doesn't. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's there you go. Yeah, this should be fine. At least the bulge lets me rotate the board easily. Yeah, it's not as bad as the diodes. It can just be there. I think I can just use my hand. I guess it wouldn't be technically safe to do. That's why they wouldn't put it in the manual. But I think putting it using your hand should just be fine. You can definitely hear and feel it sinking into the solder, which is good. So occasionally I would have dinner with coworkers. Like it's, you know, social work event, I would say. This bulge is excessive. Anyway, yeah. There was a vote for which place, when it would happen. And I kind of just didn't vote. It's like, whatever. Not that I would be avoiding it, I would be joining anyway. It's just that it didn't matter where or when, really, in the end. Oh, why is this outside? Is there a hole? Did I miss? I think it's a majority vote, right? And it's a work social event. And generally, for those things, unless you're the boss, you don't get to say no. Of course, you can voice out your concerns during the vote, talk to the people in advance or in private. To influence the vote. You can do that. But generally it doesn't matter. It will be set. And it's gonna be up to you if you're gonna take that hit, if you're gonna attend or not. And generally, you don't really, you try not to miss it as much as possible. Did I miss it? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 3, 5, 5. Okay, 10. Good. Thought I had lost one. Yeah, generally, you wouldn't be missing those types of things. And the place they voted to go wasn't so bad. Would it be my first choice? But that's what the majority wants. So that's where we'll go. I mean, it's a good place for dinner. I don't think it's a good place to socialize. But I think dinner can be socializing. But generally, that place is like where you take your family for dinner, not your coworkers. Like, it's not a dinky chain restaurant, but it's not like a place you can relax and talk, which is usually where I prefer to socialize, where you can relax and talk. Using tweezers again. Okay. Let's put these to the side. So when I had joined the company, At some point, I was asked to organize like one of these things. And I don't know. It wasn't the best place, but it was an okay place. And I think people didn't really appreciate it. I mean, I wouldn't have. I just didn't know where else. I wasn't familiar with the area. So but these days it's not going to be organized by new people, and the place is going to be voted on. Most of the time. Sometimes someone just decides for everyone. Especially if they're like higher up the totem pole. I think I only really enjoyed one place. But as far as I know, it was that place because like one of the higher ups like graced us with their presence, and someone a little lower arranged everything. So there is that, like, there are those occasions. It's been a while though since one of them descended from up high for it to happen again. Yeah, I remember this one time. Well, quite a few times. I don't know if it was intentional, but I had worked with this guy. He was very adept at navigating the social aspects of work. And they had invited me multiple times to have dinner with some of the not not higher ups, but some of the fat cats, I guess, but not like the ones up the mountain, just somewhere like the middle of it. It was interesting. But I think he may have bitten more than they could chew. Because I think at one time they had to foot the bill. I think when I asked them, it was a bit painful. But they they had wanted it. Last I heard, they were doing okay. Just that the people above them may have liked them, but I've heard a lot of bad things from the people below them. That's not really a good sign. It would be better to just judge people by how they treat the people under them rather than above them. And yeah, that was an enlightening story for me. And I had heard how they had treated their subordinates. All of them basically didn't like them. And one of their subordinates even cried. I mean, I wouldn't get it, crying because of work, but then that's just me. But I was never the type to have been shouted at or told off or anything like that. So, I don't know. But regardless of what the person did, No one deserves treatment to the point that they break down in the office. At least that's what I heard. I wasn't really there, but I thought he was a good guy just because yeah, they were able to socialize properly. It's just that they don't treat the people under them well, which is not a good character trait, in my opinion. There are better ways to do it, I think. Yeah, sometimes you'd think that like treating someone better, is that just manipulation? Or would it be better to be genuine and just tell them they're stupid and that they should do better? Yeah, I think that shouting at someone or talking down to them, belittling them, I don't think that's a good way to do things. They could be genuinely stupid. Sure, there are people like that. But then, what type of work are you going to get out of them, really? That's why I admire some of the people, what do you call this? People managers, I guess, would be. No, I think there's a proper term for it, but basically managers that specifically handle people. Some of them are very good people person, I guess. Yeah. Of course, there are some people that are just frustrating. But I think being able to navigate that is one of the key reasons people persons get paid the big bucks, because leaders, managers should enable and empower their people. And if they don't, then they are failing the organization that pays them, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Also, these are needed. 1, 2, 3. These low profile ones? No. Put it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that old adage, that old saying, people don't quit because of the job, they quit because of the manager. And I think that's very accurate. One of the places I stayed for the longest time was because of the manager. I had learned a lot from them. Yeah, they call it soft skills. And I think those are important for any leader. And if they don't have those, I don't think they should be a leader. Yeah. I actually have one where I have an experience where they meet someone. No, this is now a different person from the previous one. But yeah, no one really liked this person. But they were able to make the person deciding the position still like them, so they became like a leader of sorts. And it did take a year, but people started to realize how unqualified that person really is. Because the one deciding just didn't listen to other people's recommendations. Because the other people, the other managers, recommended someone else for that position. But he had overridden them. And of course, he wouldn't say he was wrong. So it took a year to slowly strip this person of their authority. There had to be solid evidence of incompetence. Well, this was just my point of view, really. Just incompetence, but apparently there was also some harassment going on. And there are documents about it. So now that person is fucked. It wouldn't have been an issue if the one deciding didn't arbitrarily decide it in the first place, because this person has no people skills at all. I had sent a concern that, of course, I didn't name them, but I did voice my concern that this inexperienced person because I know their personality too. This inexperienced person will cause issues, the harassment kind of issues. Besides not knowing what they're talking about, which is, that one is also well documented, that they had no idea what they're talking about. There was a time when they had spoken out of turn, and when they did, it was entirely wrong. And they were reprimanded for it. That's what you get for running your mouth, I guess. Like, fake it till you make it can only take you so far, especially if you're faking it. And that faking it till you make it can only really work for like a month. You're still faking it after a month, then you're just a fake. You'll never make it. It's not so bad. It was easy, but it still took roughly an hour to do. These are now the key. What's this? No. Key sockets. Okay. Yeah. Let's inspect the back side. There's no... the front side. There's no issues. No leaks of any sort. Yeah, I'll have to check how to see if it's working. If it's even possible to check on a multimeter. But this seems fine. Let's take a quick break. Ugh. Yeah, the key socket doesn't look quite the same in the picture, but hmm? Oh, no, it wouldn't fit anyway, right? Yeah, it was wrong. Because what's the X for? Huh? Because there are like the pegs that go through. It looks a bit different, but the correct direction is that the terminal with the black plastic part close to the octagonal shape is near the middle of the switch. Huh? I see. The octagonal part should be on the one on top. Oh shoot. It's... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think I have to break out the flux. Oh. Wow. Octagonal shape is near the middle of the switch. The octagonal, it is though. But it should be opposite of... Like this is the opposite of this. And this is wrong. And if it's using, for example, 35, which is this one, then this is in the wrong place. Should be flipped. Okay. At least there's first time for everything. This is the flux I have. No idea what number 7 means. Ugh. But there should be... Oh, the smell isn't good. But I think that's how you do it. They just brush the flux. Just put the flux in there. Should break down the connection. If not, I'll have to check how to... can always heat it up and then just pull it out. Okay. Oh, this is a pain. Okay. It's absorbing some of it, I think. Damn nipper. Getting some of it. So I'm trying to remove this solder now because I had put it the wrong way around, but it's not budging. So I put a generous amount of flux in there. But I'd have to check how to use flux. I mean, I've seen some videos already, but this is how they did it. But the whole thing might fall apart. Connection, I soldered it too well, I guess. Okay, how to use flux. Yeah, should be. Okay. Sticky. Should I just push from the other side? Oh, I might ruin it. These are my low profile ones. Come on, Flux. Come on, Flux. Hey, there's no more soldering material that's getting absorbed into the copper wick. But there's just a sticky residue now. Ugh, hate it. And there isn't any solder anymore. So, what's holding it there? I mean, there would be, or it wouldn't be connected anymore. I guess more flux is the answer. God. Okay. Yeah, there's some more. Should I heat it up first? No, let's try heating it up first. And then use the copper wick afterwards. Okay, I think I'm getting more now. That's the way to go. Heat up the flux. Wick it up. It's kind of doing it. Let's see for the other side. Up you go. There you go. Up. Yep. Up. Yep, it's moving. Yeah. Finally. This was such an ordeal. God. I don't know how to clean that up, but let's see. Maybe I can just use this one. Ugh. Oh, it leaked to the front. Of course it did. Okay, I think I got it down now. I know how to do it properly. Hopefully I didn't break it. It's all sticky now. Let's see if I can just put a little bit of it at the heat it up again. I think I got it. There you go. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Okay. Let's clean it up a bit. Come on. It's in the picture. Yeah. Yeah. Pain. And if I just double check, I would have saved what, 30 minutes? Well, it's part of the experience, I guess. Figuring out how to remove solder. Oops, sticky. Didn't expect it to be sticky. Oop. 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 Um. Okay. Uh. Yeah. my copper thing went back into the roll and I couldn't get to it. Why isn't it exiting now like this one? Oh. Come on, get out of there. It's just not fitting. Yeah, I should have just left it in, didn't cut it. Now it's all messed up. It's copper magnetic pattern. Find some thread. Some thread around here. Let's see. Well, it's all messed up now. Should I just not use it like this? Come on, you can do it. Get out of there. Can't even see it through the hole. No, it doesn't matter. Fix that some other time. Yeah, it was such a distraction. Oh man. Okay, it doesn't seem to be anywhere. Okay. For the other side. The amount I got from there is a bit concerning. Did the rating move earlier? Yeah, it's a bit difficult now because it's on the edge. Let's try this. If I can lift it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. There you go. Ugh. Will this still work? I mean, has all that flux crap on it. Okay. So this one, the correct direction, that terminal with a plastic part close to the octagonal shape. Yeah. So like for here, 36, the octagonal shape. This one be on this side. Oh, so messy. Okay, just put the solder on it again. Hopefully the circuits are fine. Okay. Octagonal shape. Yeah, there was quite a bit of octagonal shape. Yep. Yep. Seems like there's still quite a bit of flux there, but octagonal part there. Yep. Didn't expect flux to be so sticky and messy. I think the video that I saw wasn't this messy. clean that flux. Well, I don't think it's gonna break it. That's it for one side. And that's it for one side. Is it the one that because I missed, I think, this area, the diodes. Yeah, let's keep going and just finish the other one too. It'll be an hour at least. Let's take a quick break. Yeah, here. Missed some diodes here. Forgot what I was talking about before I got wrecked. By the flipped low profile switches. Ugh. Okay, I guess this is all of it now. The diodes, even if I use two, I would still have some extra, I think. Let's check again. Diode, 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 diode. Yep, I think this is it. Let's just cut out two. And leave this part open so I can take Yeah. Let's put this aside for now. This one then. Let's put in the diodes first. Yeah, I'm trying the same style as the other one. The key socket. To the line to line. Oh, I'm shaking. Hands are shaking. See? It's pretty solid there. Uh, Yep, seems like a solid connection for the diodes. Ooh. Okay, let's do the key sockets now. Okay. Key socket, key socket. Yeah. I think I did kind of check how other people soldered keyboards. And I saw one being really rough, like beginner is like, how should I say? It was a guide for beginners or something. Not really like. Uh, he was helping his brother make their own keyboard. Like in the end, the guy with experience did the soldering, and he had left his brother to handle the keycaps. And when he had briefly showed the soldering part, it was like super rough, like it didn't really sit well with me to do it like that. I guess it depends on which keyboard, right? But doing it that way doesn't, I don't know, feels wrong somehow. But yeah, I guess it's still the same. I might be overthinking it. So yeah, try to be faster. I mean, who would watch 3 hours of soldering? I mean, even if you'd be jumping around the video, right, to check out how to do this, basically repetitive. Maybe you might talk about your average office worker. Added a bit of flavor to the soldering. Like the last time it was books, now it's office life. I think when I was in university, I had watched these shows about office life. Ironically, The Office wasn't part of it. Just some random videos, series about people in the office. And I think that painted my impression of how office life actually is. I know it was a TV series. A lot of it is exaggerated for stories, but you know, you hope it's as fun as TV portrays. No, it isn't. A 9 to 5 is soul sucking. So you have to find your hobbies like soldering, streaming it, talking about crap about Office. Yeah, like my first work was definitely your stereotypical office. The office floor was like a cubicle maze. And there's your stereotypical cliques of people. You could actually feel some of the tension there. I remember overhearing like a meeting. I was just walking by, like the vice president's office. So I just walked by. He was talking to his project managers, and one of the project managers was like, "I'm the number two. I'm the senior project manager." Like he was saying that to another project manager. And like when I looked, the vice president was kind of like just smirking, like letting his subordinates have at it. I don't know. I was just walking by, so I don't really know the context of it. But pulling the rank card doesn't give you much credibility, does it? Like if they were arguing about something and your answer is, "I'm the most senior project manager," that doesn't really. I mean, I didn't think much about it like back then, but you know, it is a bad look. Yeah, I was wondering why the door was open if they were talking about something like that. Hmm, guess it doesn't really matter, but maybe it was supposed to be a quick meeting that kind of escalated. There was another company I worked at. The director was never around. Not never, but generally not there 80% of the time. I don't know the business. Maybe he was taking meetings outside the office or having meetings somewhere else. It doesn't make sense to have like a corner office and you're never there. Yeah, actually, that building, that office that I worked at. It's one of the best offices I've ever been in. Of course, it's like as a peon. I was just like in the open area. But like whenever we had to have a meeting, we used his office. Since he was never there anyway. Of course, like it was just the managers that decided that. I guess they knew when he wasn't around, but yeah, I never really saw the guy. I only saw him whenever there was a problem. He'd write in, tell people to fix it, ask them what went wrong. I don't think I ever liked that guy, although we did talk a bit time to time. It was the company before I joined my current one. But I liked that company. I was coming in at 1 p.m. and leaving at 6. No one cared, as long as I finished my work. I would have stayed too, but yeah. I would have stayed if the offer from my current company wasn't so good. Yeah, I think the timing of when I left also wasn't good, but oh well. Like the team member I was working with, like one of them is already planning to leave, like just leave, and then they found out they were pregnant, so they decided to just stay. But her due date was coming up, and I had left like a month before. She planned to take her maternity leave. Like, oh well. I actually like the people there too. They were very welcoming, approachable. One of the managers, actually my manager, is a bit what should I say? Arrogant? No. Not arrogant, because that would be like too negative, but overflowing with confidence, but not ignorant. I don't know. Like, I think some other managers were better than the guy. It's just that this guy was more social, I would say. More vocal. And you'd have to be recognized, right? Like, you don't have, it's like that conversational technique where you don't really listen and you just repeat what the other person is saying, just to seem like you're digesting what they're saying, something like that. And it felt that way. It felt that's what they were doing. Like, he says a lot, but he says nothing. That kind of thing. But he says enough that he basically became vice director before he left. I don't know how that got decided, but I did notice that the director and this guy kind of have the same style. So I'm thinking the director just kind of liked him better. Like, they wore the same type of pants and shirts and shoes, that kind of thing. They have totally different demeanors, for sure. It's either he was mimicking the director just to get noticed, or they really would just get along. I do think that that guy liked me too. I do remember some of my team members, my teammates, they often mock the guy, as he has this, the way he speaks, very distinctive. The way he interacts with people is also very distinctive, or just very loud, I should say. And they mock that sometimes. I get it though. Always something about the leader. or the manager, they get mocked. They get mocked for anything, because the members need to feel a little bit superior, a little bit on the same level, even though they're not. But I think they still have a good relationship. Their atmosphere is good. I don't think they ever mocked him because of malice. I don't think that's ever the case. It was just poking fun at each other. Really the social type of person. Like, I just remembered that in that same company, like a previous one, yeah, even right now, they have lunch at different times, just so I don't have to have lunch with my team. I'd rather spend my lunch alone, really. Of course, there are some instances where it's best to have lunch, right? There's always that social aspect of a team. But generally, I avoided having lunch with people. Maybe I'd have lunch with the team, maybe first month or so, if this is a new team, right? Like, I'll have lunch with them for a month or two. And once I get the handle on their personalities and the dynamic of the team, that's when I kind of just stop. Yeah, just stop having lunch with them. Occasionally, I use work as an excuse. No one really says anything if work is what you're saying. Oh, I have to finish this, I have a meeting, blah 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 blah. And then after a while they kind of accept it. Oh, okay. He's not gonna be joining us. I don't think I've had a team that ever held it against me, but generally I do have lunch from time to time with people. This went by quick, like 30 minutes. Almost done with it. Sometimes the dynamic of a company is people just don't have lunch together. I remember my first company. Man, that one guy. There was this one guy that had their lunch on their desk, right? We did have a pantry, but it was like, it would only fit like 2 people, 3 people at a time comfortably. Like, of course you can push in like 6, but they'd be uncomfortably close to each other. So, and this guy ate their lunch at their desk. And their lunch was like a 5-course meal. Like, he would have soup, main, salad. I mean, not excessive to an excessive amount, but the variety is something. The problem is sometimes his food would smell. It would stink up our floor for like an hour. No one says anything. I don't know who the guy was. But it is lunchtime and there is no like cafeteria, and he only had like a small pantry. So there's that. I guess that's why no one really said anything. It was funny. Sometimes someone would heat up fish also in the microwave, and even if it was in the pantry, it would stink up the place. I think that was too much maybe for some people. Maybe that was a different office. But yeah, lunch was quite something. Yeah, even back then, like my first work, like my team would have their lunch at their desks, right? I would talk to them for a bit, but then once they have their lunch at their desks, it was easy to say, oh, I have to buy my own. So I had an excuse to eat outside. To avoid the earlier mistake, octagon goes there. Octagon. Octagon octagon. Not a lot of talking, I think, but that's it for the key sockets. Let's see. Kind of looks the same, right? Why are these different? This part is different from this part. This is revision 2. This is revision 1. Oh no. Well, there's no manual for revision 2 though. So, anyway. This is basically the same. Key sockets, diodes. Okay. There's something here already. I guess they put the thing now, but it's been almost 3 hours. I think it's a good time to wrap this up for now. Well, yeah, I guess soldering the jumpers. I think I checked what this means, but I guess it's just connecting all of these contacts for some reason. Oh, the jumper is soldered on backside only. Yeah, this is the backside. Okay. And there are total 12 points on right and left board. You can bridge the pads by heating them with an iron tip to melt the solder. Yeah, of course. Okay. So this yeah. Oh, I see. There. This one too. Yeah, I was wondering why it was 12. There's only 8 on both sides. And then another 4 here, which makes it 12. Oh, God. Now we're doing this. I guess it's easier. I think that part is a lot easier than before. Okay. Yeah. I think that was the most painful part of the soldering done. I think. Maybe. I don't want to jinx it, but I think this was the most painful part. Because the others are just like these. There's only 6 components. And then this one, 2 components, 4 left and right. And then different one, then different one, but yeah. Should be fine. And then it's going to be testing. Yeah, this is the LEDs, the optional one. Yeah. I think somewhere here is where they mentioned that they recommend finishing everything first before doing the LEDs. But yeah, these are the LEDs. LEDs. I think. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, here you can see. No, not really. Can't really tell how they did it in order, but oof. And then the ball reading thing should be fine. I think after all of this, got a good handle on it now. Especially this part. Man, desoldering is such a pain, at least for contact types. I think that's what they call this. Yeah, showing it off, like basically how it's gonna work, or how it's supposed to look like in the end. So this one, I think I also have a blue ball. So it's gonna be like caps are black. So it's going to look like this with a blue ball too, like black caps. Not quite like this, but I guess very similar. Yeah, Japanese version. 日本語の、日本語のベッド guide. Build. Oh, okay. Build the guide to. Oh, Kochiro. Yeah. Let's see if there's any difference. Yeah, it's a GitHub thing. If you're ever really interested in it, Keyball. There's a whole repository for it with the there's a whole repository for it for the what do you call this? PCB design. I don't know what's wrong with GitHub or my internet, but I think that'll be it. Yeah, it's been 3 hours. TTFN.